Hello, Microcurrent fans, do-it-yourself skincare enthusiasts, and fellow estheticians. My name is Christine Byer. I have been a licensed esthetician since 2001, and welcome to day 9 of the 12-day mini microcurrent challenge. If you have your home use device, hopefully you've been following along with me and sort of ad-libbing it on the days I wasn't on camera. But you've been doing your microcurrent every single day for 5 to 10 minutes minimum a day, and really not wanting people to go overboard with this either. So I would say max out at 30 to 40 minutes. And that should be good. My point of this challenge is usually a little bit each day is better than not doing it at all, or once a week, and that you don't have to do a ton. This has been more of info set where like a crash course in microcurrent. If there's any things that I'm not explaining or I've missed, if you can just leave me a comment and I can cover that in the next video. So let's get started. Love this moisture mist from Genesis. Great for really thirsty skins. And then the Sculptless Stem Cell Mist, which is the mist that keeps on giving because it's got the polylactic acid in it, and so it will adhere to the skin and make it turn over faster, just like the mask, which has to be done or can be found through a professional. So you remember the first move is this, which I don't do because it has adverse effects on my neck. So I'll do the side move first, and then we do a line down from the corner of the mouth and then just the sides of the neck, avoiding the thyroid area. That's the way Claire Blend says to do it, so that's the way we're going to do it. And it's really wise, it's smarter. So I hope you've been enjoying this challenge. It's been good. I looked back and I think I hadn't done it for a couple of years, so I was like, wow, time to do this again. And I think after this is over, I will be doing, well, first thing I'll be doing is a Sculpla. I need to top off with that, my Sculpla mask. If you don't know what that is, you can go back and look some of my past videos. It is a Korean mask that's been a smash hit in Korea for like the last 9-10 years running. And they introduced it to the American market just the end of last year. And it's been a smash hit in my practice as well. And it is a facial filler mask. And so it adds volume to the face, fills in the crevices, and it has polylactic acid in it, which is a stem cell that is manufactured that they use elsewhere in the body to help it regenerate, particularly in dissolvable sutures, but I hear about stents they're putting in the heart and all sorts of places they're putting it. So really powerful rejuvenative ingredient, and they put that in the Sculpla mask, and you have the mask essentially implanted into your face in a gentle way. It just feels like getting a mask put on and some LED. It's relaxing. So that seeps in through your hair follicles and starts to get to work to rejuvenate your skin. So it's on there 24/7, and really it's fantastic because it couldn't be simpler. It's like so easy to take care of your skin after that. I love it. As you might suspect, microcurrent doesn't cut or ablate the skin in any way. It just adds energy to it so that it can heal, and it fills in. You probably noticed that it plumps up your wrinkles. If you have fine lines, it makes those disappear for a while. It lifts facial muscles. It can lighten pigmentation. As long as you're using the right products with microcurrent, it will really boost anything that you're doing. And that's what I love about microcurrent. You can't get it wrong, and you never get it done, so you might as well just not worry about it and just grab it and do it. So, say that. You can do a series, but even after the series, you need maintenance because it's like going to the gym. This is really a facial workout. Just gotta work it into your routine. I would say things that are worth working into your routine would be definitely microcurrent, probably LED because it's also very energizing to the skin, and then some resurfacing things that challenge the skin a little bit, like gentle microneedling. I'm not talking about 1.0 or anything unless you have acne scarring of 0.5, 0.3 microneedling, or derma rolling, or an RF, a home radio frequency machine is also really nice. And those are the things that you add in sporadically and don't overdo, because you don't want to overtax the skin by having to repair itself all the time. You just want to do it just enough so that you keep it on its toes, like a little workout for the skin. And then you add energy and healing to it through microcurrent and LED, which are great modalities, even on their own, even without the RF and the needling or any peels. That microcurrent and LED are fantastic. But sometimes we need some retexturizing. I'm going to do the eyes. I'm not skipping any steps here. I should get the instructions back out, but I never really do them. Today I'll do the muscle activation therapy, or the popping out of the cheek move that I learned from Jane Mann. I did it, I think, on the second or third day of the challenge, but it's got a nice payoff. I really love that move, and I saw Jane do it and just went gaga. And so you're grabbing here and you're pinching, and I'll show this again because it's always helpful to see the visual of what's going on. So this complex, these levators and the psoas is up underneath there, and all these muscles here that sort of pull up a big part of the face. They pull up from here to here, and so you start to pull on this, and you'll notice that it lifts all this, right? But this connects to, I guess it's a tendon right here. And we're trying to make that muscle do its job, which is to snap this back into place. So even without microcurrent, say you're going to a party and you want your cheeks to pop out and look really pretty, you can go in and you're just trying to loosen up this muscle. So you're kind of pinching it, but then you're starting to move it forward, because that's going to make it do its job, which is retract, right? Because it wants to pull from its point of origin to a point of insertion. So it wants to contract and hold this part of our face in place, right? So when I'm doing microcurrent, I'll go in, I'm sort of pinching and pushing forward lightly. You don't want to manhandle your face. You see how that starts to pop out? And then I'll go in with microcurrent and sort of seal the deal, remind that muscle that it needs to be popping out and connecting those two parts and lifting my face, please. Now, this is more of sort of just adding energy to this. I'm not really digging up. You'll see me a lot of times dig up underneath this levator and pop the cheek out more. I really like this move too. This is very helpful. So I'm essentially digging underneath and just kind of rounding out that cheek muscle. There's a lot of stuff with some imagination that you can do with the mini where you don't actually need wands. So if you look at that side compared to this side, it's definitely more lifted. So we can go ahead and do that on this side. And a lot of times when I do this to my clients, man, it's really torqued down, so it's almost hard to get any purchase of skin between my fingers, and they're just sitting there sleeping. And a lot of times I'll do a little massage here to kind of get that to loosen up. So you're pinching and sort of pushing forward to get this to snap back. And it connects in here. I just thought this was genius when I saw Jane do it. I was like, man, how do you think of this stuff? I'll be going to a class in June. Jane is teaching online theory and then practice in person. She's going to be doing the in-person classes every couple months. So June 24th, I actually need to get my flight and my hotel, but that's my next class. I always try to have a class on the horizon You got to keep your mind engaged and keep up with this field, because things move at the speed of light. They really do in aesthetics. And if you keep doing your old stuff, clients, they get bored. And I know this because I get new clients and they tell me, I love my old esthetician, but she just did the same thing over and over. And I'm like, no. Well, you know me, I'm always moving on. Although my staple is microcurrent. I'll always love microcurrent. But it's evolving too, you know? You gotta keep moving. So I'm excited because I know Jane's gonna pop out with some new moves, and I'll be able to share a few of those. I don't want to give away all her secrets. Need to go to her class. She's always coming up with new material. That's what I love about Jane. She just is so creative, inventive, and loves to think outside the box. So here's the straddle the eyebrow move. And yeah, so day 9 is officially over. And you can also add a little energy here, these temple areas where these muscles are so thin and they really have a lot to hold up. So just adding some extra energy through here. A lot of times at the end of a microcurrent session, if I want a client to get some LED or whatever and I'll put them under the LED, I will take my jade machine, because that's what I use usually for pro treatments. Although I have used minis before, 2 minis, and I will take one electrode, wrap it in actually a glove, because you know I use gloves when I'm working, and I'll put it right here underneath the headband, you know, soak it, make sure it's nice and wet, and then I can tell if mine is conducting right, so I know if it's conducting from end to end. And I'll put another one here, and I just leave it there for 10 minutes. And so they just go into deep space out zone and they just fall asleep with microcurrent and LED. And they actually make microcurrent machines for depression where you clip them onto your ears, and I've used them. I think they work decently. If you're in deep depression, I don't think they'll bring you out of it, but they can make you get some endorphins going, make you feel a little more balanced. I'll put those from one side to the other, and it can make headaches go away and all sorts of crazy stuff, but we're not supposed to talk about those extra benefits of microcurrent. Anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for day 10 tomorrow. Also subscribe and look into winning the mini. I'm giving away one of these little guys, and I'm gonna choose the winner in 29 days. And how you enter is you just simply post one of these videos, maybe the first one, the whole series if you want, on another website or your social media, and tell people about me, tell them to subscribe, get them to join the mini challenge. And the more times you do that, just snap a picture of it or take a screenshot and send that to Byer customer service. And every time you do that, that counts as one entry. So good luck and see you tomorrow.